Obviously, you'll be aware that we've been off air. King Charles III was ascending to the throne, and we were off air yesterday due to the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. But we're back, albeit, you know, in a slightly sort of more sombre mood. But we are back with you today. We're going to be looking at all sorts of beautiful collections that we've got today. We've got particularly the Dragonfly collection that we've got just in front of me. But before we get into that, I do want to remind you that we still have our. We want to encourage you to message in. And in fact, we were talking about, you know, obviously, and you know, for so many people, she was sort of a sense of inspiration. So we thought it would be nice for you to message in. Super famous or anything like that. It just could be a nice story, and we think it would be nice if you want to share those. So do message in if you've got any comments. But of course, if you've got any comments about ask us, please message in. I'm not on my own, thank goodness, because it would be a sad thing if I was on my own. I have the lovely Good, very good. Thank you.
Yes, and me as well. Yeah, it's going to be a nice, relaxed show, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's all things Sara's signature, which is beautiful collections, as you know. And we're just going to be going through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe of them throughout the next couple of hours. So yeah, it's going to be a nice little show. And we can get proper interactive and chatty today.
Definitely. We do want to make you aware we do have some issues with the internet at the moment, so you may be finding things a little bit slow. You know, we'll let you know with any updates, but please do bear with us at the moment if your internet is a little bit slow. We do. This is basically a buy one get one free for these boxes. So you've got this one, which is your interchangeable scene. So you've got some really beautiful images here, and obviously with these boxes you're getting everything you could need to make all these projects in here. You'll be getting your cards, all contained in here. This makes a great gift for somebody. You've also got this one, which is your cute characters, which has got absolutely gorgeous little teddy bears and rabbits, and there's your pop-out characters. Actually $24.99 each, but if today if you pop these $24.99, platinum price is $19.99 and $19.99. Because they're absolutely beautiful. I'll show you the right way round. That would be ideal, wouldn't it? And this is just like a scene from Narnia, from The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, I think, that one there. Then you've got this one with that beautiful dye being used with that little forest. Again, sort of slightly different theme. Then from the pop-out characters, we've got a few cards here. This one is gorgeous with that little rabbit in there. Really sweet. Then we have this one here. You can see, open up. Oh, here with those sort of pop-up characters, but you're getting all those papers, the dies, stamps, envelopes. $24.99. Lots of people messaging in to say hello. Brenda says hi from Kentucky. Rachel, good evening. Georgiana, hello Becky, Debbie, and from Clearwater, Florida. And good morning from Wisconsin, from Linda. Terry says hello from Ohio. Your curls.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
No, I think they look. I think they look lovely.
Oh, thank you very much. It this morning, and I put it on it was too tight, the smallest thing, and it come out really curly. So I thought I'm going to have to stick with it now, because once you've got that curl in it.
I think it looks gorgeous. We're going to go, first of all, we're going to go to the Dancing Dragonflies collection, which we've got here. This is one of my favourite collections because I think it's absolutely gorgeous. The colours are beautiful, particularly the papers really sort of make different things. So if I just sort of show you what you're going to be getting in that big bundle, you'll be getting 10 of these charms. These are dragonfly charms that you could use. You could use for a little bit of jewellery if you wanted to. You don't have to use them for card making. Then you've got some of these ribbons. You've got embossing folders. You've got dies. Those are beautiful dragonfly sort of frame, that water lily frame with the dragonflies in there. You've got water lily border here. To me, these look like they are the kind of dies and images that you'll have for Monet. You know, it's that kind of feel, isn't it? Then you've got that. These are one of my favourite dies, these sort of stamps. You've also got your water lily dies and stamps in here, which make those beautiful
on there at the moment, so we're just trying to get that fixed at the moment.
No
so it's
problem.
not the garden party we're showing, it is the dragonflies.
Dragonflies, yeah. We'll change that for in just a moment. So you can see here you've got all of those dies and stencils in there as well. You've also got your 12 by 12 paper pad, and these are absolutely beautiful images, really, really stunning. Obviously, these are double printed pages, so you've got a sort of more muted design on the rear of the papers and sort of a more vivid pattern on the front, but they are absolutely beautiful. Those kind of colours, they really are stunning. And then you will also get your vellum pad as well, which has got the vellums using those designs that are in that paper pad, as well as some plain ones in there as well. So the price for this is £95.52, £66.42, or $95.68. We do have these in slightly smaller collections with sort of smaller quantities of different things. So the first one that we've got is the, let me just get that to. In there you've got a collection of different stamps and dies all related to this collection. So that's £36.96 or $44.80. Your platinum price is £29.57 or $35.84. And you'll see there you've got a sort of much smaller collection. So you may already have some other bits and pieces from this collection. The next one is the stencil and embossing folder that you've got in this collection here. This is $14.99. $16.95, or platinum price is £11.99 or $13.56. And we also have the embellishment collection, which has got the ribbons and those beautiful little charms in there. So the price for this is $6.99 or $8.95. That'll just come up in just a moment. So you've got all those different embellishments. The next one is your paper card and vellum foil pack. So you've got the 6x6, you've got the 12x12, you've got the vellums, you've got the linen cardstock, and you've also got those beautiful foiled card that you've got there in those sort of iridescent colours, £42.97 or $56.85. Yeah, so those are all your different selections. So do have a look on the website and have a sort of good look at those. Do remember, if you spend over £10 this weekend, you will get a free Best Wish anniversary celebrations. But we're going to go over to Debbie now, so we can have a look at some of the demonstrations for this collection. And this collection is
about dragonflies.
Absolutely.
I think there's a big love of dragonflies. They're definitely one of my favourite things. In the last couple of years, I feel like I've been sort of using them on my cards. This collection that you get with it as well. Everything looks beautiful. Everything is about being creative, creating those magical scenes. This is going to work beautifully with other collections. If you've got fairies, it's got that sort of mysterious feel to it. So you of collections that you've got from the past and even new ones coming up. These are the types of dies you're going to be using. I absolutely love this lily pad frame. I think it's great for photographs. I think it's great for having a focal point to your card. It's great for drawing your eye in. I love this one. Just inking the actual die cut itself in those with ink pads, or colouring it in using those swash dies as well, which look really cool. You know, at Crafter's Companion, we absolutely love that. And then placing your vellum underneath it.
Oh, that looks
so
good.
It just, yeah, if I sort of bring that round, you can see sort of the green through here. Just this really lovely, beautiful scenery dies that you can get going on. Now, so what we're going to use first of all, bringing my first die. So this one is that water lily border, and we're also going to be bringing in the actual dragonfly. So we've got the a matte layer for it, so there's lots of different things that you can do with this. So if you want to just cut out your main die, which is this one, we're going to cut out both and show you. I have got, oh, it's already late, I'm going to bring this one in here. So I've got a piece of card out of the main. I'm just going to use a white card to cut this one as well. So let's pop that onto there. 6x6 card, actually it might be, so it's, yes it is 6x6, so 6x6 cardstock, and then all I'm going to do, I'm really clever with it, Crafter's Companion, and that is having dies that are intricate. Oh, I haven't got my plates, let me just grab my plates. Yeah, having dies that are intricate, but also having dies that that makes stand it up on this front piece without it falling apart. So let me just grab my plates here.
What is your go-to? What do you tend to stick with one particular one, or do you sort of mix it up?
Yeah, I mix it up.
Yeah.
I quite like trying out. I really am a card concept person.
Okay.
So I love trying anything new out. Love trying different designs. I do have some favourites that I like to go to. Card, so anything that's almost kinetic, that sort of has a little bit of movement in it, I think is definitely my type of crafting. One of my favourite cards is a diorama card, so I love a diorama. And the reason I like cards like that is because they have so much possibilities to them. Multiple layers, I can add cards in the background, I can sort of. Now, what I've done with this one, because I'm using my Gemini Junior boards, I'm just giving this a double cut, but because I'm cutting across, I'm asking it to actually cut. Use your metal shim. So can you see it has cut, but I think that could cut better than that. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to grab my metal shim, because I'm asking my Gemini to cutting points. So all I'm going to do is just add my shim time, and that'll just make sure that that cuts that perfectly well.
Okay.
So yeah, but I also quite like a small card as well. I think if you want to do sort of quick cards and you want to be sort of creative but in a smaller way, smaller cards. I know our US viewers love a smaller card, and that's fine. So what I'm going to do is just take my die brush. If you haven't got all those tiny little pieces out, so we're just popping those all like so. So that gives me the front of my card.
Gorgeous.
So we'll pop that to the side, and then we're going to cut out that dragonfly. So bringing these ones in, and then our plates. In fact, I don't really need all that, Becky, so let's trim down our card. Let me pop that like so. Now these dies will fit through your Gemini Mini, so a great one to have for using. And they're also the types of dies that you'll want to cut multiples of them out. Embellishment on any of your cards. It's like anything, isn't it? A little smudge mark or a little handprint. Sometimes it's just nice to put a butterfly flower or a dragonfly on. So it's a nice little die set, this one. just find that piece to release that. And again, all those little pieces will all just pop out. Again, just like a few little stubborn ones.
It's so intricate, that die, isn't it?
Very intricate, yeah, very intricate. And beautiful. I mean, you could just leave this on your own and have this. Put these white ones on, so you'd see that coming through in the background. They'd also look lovely with your gilding flakes on them, so you could put your... So true. It's, I mean, never a truer statement, I think. So yeah, very, very true. So let's pop those into place. So we've got our... What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my dotty tape pen. Just going to grab a piece of card to put these onto. I'm going to do the middle section, so just the body, because it's only the body that I want to stick down. And we're going to bring that round and stick that directly over the top. But I'm going to say directly, I'm going to just place it a little bit up, because can you see when you place it up, you're getting then that sort of ombre of those wings. So we're just going to pop that into place. I'm going to turn it over and just burnish that down. That sort of jaunty angle, it just adds to those. You can always use your pokey tool and just give that a little bit of moulding. So give that some movement in your wings. But that's a beautiful die to have. Right, now let's bring in our card. I'm just going to bring in some. I think we've got to the stage where we always know a paper pad.
Yeah.
Because they are so ornate with everything that's on them. So much detail, so many parts to look at. I think if you could treat yourself to the bundle of paper pads today, you would not be sorry. You'd absolutely love these ones. This is one of the pads that you definitely want multiples of, because you're going to just use it time and time again. And I'm definitely a girl that loves sort of, although I'm quite a pinks person and pretty colours, I do love paper pads that have that.
I found when I've got this at home and I can't use it because I can't bear the idea to cut the paper pad up.
That's why
I should be like Christine and buy multiples,
Yes.
but I haven't done that. And have it as it was almost like one of those posters that you used to get in Athena back in the 80s and hang up on your wall. They're such a pretty design. They really are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, so gorgeous. And every part of them, it's got what I would class as, I'm trying to, it is that way, isn't it? Yeah. I'm trying to, not trying, it has, every part of the paper pad has snippability.
Yeah.
Because so even this smaller piece, you know, has got. So I'm doing a 6x6 card blank, but actually you could use that on any size because you've got those 12x12 papers. So we're going to leave this quite plain. Now another thing with this one is you do have the little lid. So I think that's a really nice that you can do this, but I think that's a really lovely detail of being able to give your card a little bit more of, I mean, that just is so gorgeous.
Absolutely.
And then all we're going to do, still in this collection?
Yes,
they are. Brilliant. So all I've got is happy birthday, and we're going to card front. So all I'm going to do is bring this.
Size as well. I was really, I've used these a lot since I got them.
Yeah.
And they're just a nice size. And sometimes you don't want a stamp for your sentiment, do you? You want
Nice, aren't they? They're a beautiful size, just the right size, I think. I also like them because even though you can put it in a straight line like I'm doing, if you want to curve this around something, you can actually sort of move those numbers in and sort of make them curved. So if you're putting them round an oval or a circle, yeah, you can curve them in. So that's what I love about the swash words. But you can get them with the, we've just bought them out, didn't we? Did you see the new ones last week?
No, I didn't.
The swash time I seen them and I was like, oh, I think I need those. They look beautiful. So just popping our happy birthday there. And then also in our dies, we've just got some extra little dragonflies. And this one is from, I think, the Water. And I'm just going to pop these on as well, just to tie them all in. So going to pop our dragonfly on the back.
Whenever I see dragonflies, it just reminds me of like lazy pillows.
Yes,
it's that kind
know
of
what
feel
you
to it.
mean. Yeah, absolutely. And then all we're going to do, just put another extra couple around there. And then these ones, and just put that on the water lily at the bottom. So let's have that going through there. Nice, quick and easy card, but using that beautiful border die. And if I put it forward, then you can see it's really lovely on there, which I absolutely love.
That's gorgeous. I love that. So this is the Dancing Dragonflies selection. So this is the main selection that we've got here. So you've got a mixture of different things in here. You've got linen cardstock. You've got this sort of iridescent foiled cardstock, which you can just see over here, which is really, because it's so beautiful. You've got your 12 by 12 paper pads, you've got your a collection of vellums, you've got dies, you've got embossing folders, you've got stamps, you've got embellishments in there as well. And the price for this is £95 or $52. It's $119 or percent saving on this collection, so it's really well worth having. But we do have smaller sort of selections. Next one was your stamp and die collection. So the next one we're going to. We've got the on the website and you'll see all those sort of smaller bundles of the Dancing Dragonflies there too. We do also have the Country Lane collection on the show today. I think that one's just underneath me, if you bear with me, and I'll just grab it because there are so many things in here. Again, wow, I'm going to have to make 2 journeys to get everything because there's so much. Again, we're offering this to you on a really sort of very good discount today again. So this is one of the embossing folders that you're going to be getting in the collection. This is the Grand Oak. Then you have the lace frame die here. We've also got sentiment stamps. We've got this, which is really beautiful, and I think you could use this a lot. This is your garden gateway. I mean, this really lends itself to just that sort of die with that little little doorway. You could do that, use that for so many different things. I think, you know, sort of little cards for children, maybe having fairies hiding behind it would be really good, not just using it in the way that it's been meant to and been designed. Then you've got your key thing for you to use in your paper crafting, but they are really beautiful, very ornate. Then we have Dusk Till Dawn. This is a die and stamp set with those beautiful all sorts of different all sorts of different things. Then you've got Gateway to the Country, which is this cut and emboss. This is Idyllic Meadow with all of those different farmyard animals that you've got there. This one is your Cottage Window. I don't know, maybe sort of Snow White in the cottage with the dwarves maybe looking through the window. Here, which is your Vines. Again, which looks really, really effective. You've got Perfect Peony. So this is one of the dies or sets of dies that you can use for your flower, with your flower forming foam. vellum too if you wanted to. Then you've got this country lace dye, which I think is lovely, and that actually use that quite a lot for sort of new baby. So this is actual proper lace you've got in here. You've got these other embellishments. You've got some flower stamens. It's like a tongue twister, flower forming foam in the bundle. So we've got that in those beautiful colours. So all those colours that are going to work really, really well together. You've also got some other stamps and dies here. So this, like I say, this just keeps on coming and coming. You've got all those little plants, sort of lamppost in here as well. You've got linen cardstock, again in all of those key colours. Huge bundle of stuff next to me, but finally we have the paper pads. So we've got the 6x6 paper pad. We've also got the collection 12x12 paper pad here. So I've just flicked through that very, very quickly. Beautiful muted tones in here, all the kind of plants. No, peonies, you've got lots of hydrangeas, all sorts of different flowers in here, including roses as well. So really kind of key. $90, $116.50. Your platinum price is £75.12 or $93.20. Wow, that is a massive bundle of bits and pieces that you're going to be getting in here. And are you going to be using this one for your next demonstration, Debbie? Oh, yes, I am. Fabulous. Do you want some water?
Yes, sorry, I was just fiddling about with some extra score lines. So let me just put these score lines in and then I will explain to you what I've done in a second. So let's just do that one. There we go. Yes, so Country Lane. Oh, have I just dropped my piece of card? Oh, there's more card. Oh, I don't think this is my card. I think this is card that starts. That's my one. Yeah, Country Lane, such a pretty collection. Now, the first thing I want to do is use this border die. Now, this is a great border die, Becky. What I love about it is the actual design can be used for so many different things. I think it also has that hedgerow, which I think is what it's designed to fly. Quite understated. So I've just been scoring a piece of card here. Let me just inch by 7 inches. It's 1.5. Sorry, I've scored it at 1.5 and 2.5, and then create my end panels. So let's move these in, fold that one over. I always put my score lines in and burnish them while take these out again, and I want to place my die down this side. And so I've scored them and not burnished them, it will flatten them back out into place. So that's our first one we're going to do. So let's just grab. So let me use my low tack tape, and we're just going to stick that one back down.
That die
on grey, yes, it does look like. It does look like that. It's beautiful, isn't it? So let's just look at this. I mean,
oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just in white card, but it's. I then took my and then what I square in the centre, and I'll show you why in a second. score lines are in place there, so you can see. And it doesn't matter where you put it, but don't. So we're going to pop that to the bring. Yes, it's right in front of me. So I love this one. So you've got your jewel ones, and you've got your gateway to the country and 3D embossing folder. So really take that one, open it up, and then you can feel if you don't know which side to emboss onto. One that's using maybe a mirrored card, watercoloured on one side. So the way to tell, and I always say it because we always seem to put, but it's not always the case, and it's not with this. It is the case, sorry, it is on the back. I can feel it all moulding upwards. Down. Okay. It's the one that goes down you want on the that's raised to push up. So that's how my paper just a little bit smaller than the embossing through. And then what we've also got, I'm going to bring this one in. Now this one, oh, it's got a piece in there. Oh no, it hasn't. It's oh, it had a card. This one's really self-explanatory because you're going to pop that one into place as well. So this one just goes in there. That does even now, because I think there's something very special about a cut and emboss folder. One at a time, you're cutting emboss folder. My card, my folder with my cardstock in, and then through. So what that does is it's saying, now you know, nice and easy. I just like to put the do a lot. We're asking it to emboss that detail, and we're asking it to cut at the combination. So if I'm just being very gentle, we've taken it is still attached. So if I bring that away, incredible, so incredible. So this is what I'm saying about doing your, as long as in that centre point to the front of your card. So you can make sure that this was straight in any way, as long as it has that thinner at the bottom. So this, okay, so let's pop that to the side, and then we need a completely different platform. So we're going to go. Then we're going to go with our card and our embossing folder, and then you can run that one through.
But you don't need any different plates than the ones you...
Brilliant question, yeah, not nations is with your Gemini. Manual, and it will tell you exactly how to use. But in is quite myself a ink pad, and we're just going to do a little bit of ink. There we go.
Too much choice, that's what it is.
I know, far too much choice. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have a we've only got a pine tree up there, and Go in with our ink applicator.
So with these, then the looking card very quickly, can't you?
Yes.
That would astound anybody.
Yeah.
No, brilliant to be able to put something together so quickly and look so professional.
Just amazing embossing folders. I think because you can do so much with them. On, and then I'm going to go really gently over the top, because what I really want to do is just like so, and then round. There we go. So, and it is just a case of going round and
Teresa says the detail on the embossing folder is also incredible. You can get that kind of detail.
When you think about what it does, I don't know if you remember, Becky, in the craft work, before I go on, alcohol paint, think of, but you absolutely can follow, but they're embossed, so you can't really go wrong. You just follow that embossed. And then we've got our the gold brown, the golden brown shades on the embossing folder. So let's start off with, I'm going to start off with my
Okay.
Typical of me. Are they just reading?
You can have a go.
We'll
so bring them over.
I've got no, they're not, Jamie, they're actually in my car, so I wouldn't worry. So let's try them and see. Too strong for me. Yeah, they made me go a bit dizzy then. And then I'm going to go to my light. I'm going to come in and do that a little bit darker. But can you see when I go down here, the edges yet, because what I want to do is create that depth. We're keeping all the while that lightish.
If you're planning on using your card for you're going through
purpose, I keep calling it all purpose, but down, and it's quite easy to do purely because so you can see how easy that picks that up at the side. On that side piece, if I'm following that works out okay because it's on. Okay, so following all those lines, we've coloured in an embossing. Quite a nice thing to do, just to bring that in and just colour that middle section down. Where our sort of sun's shining, and then we can go edges. And you get the most beautiful one. Pick it up. Then look, just by getting that effect. And to sit and do it because it takes time, but I think you'll agree it's really worth. So this is for our final piece at the back. So I'm going to bring this piece of card and we're going to stick this to the front. So this is going to be our main sort of keep going to ask your question and I forgot what it is and now
to have in the crafting world before embossing folders.
Yes, I do. I thought about you are embossing used to spread your card through the two rolls. Embossing.
Well, that's sort of how you know, they used to do wallpaper, really. Basically, out of rolls, the wooden rolls that we used to make wallpaper, kind of folder, but obviously I think I've probably got one at home, very old, one of those rollers. I have got a question. Can I ask what weight of paper is best for all random size of cards?
Yep. Multi-purpose cardstock.
Yep.
And the best 60 upwards. A 160 would be the perfect weight for an envelope.
So that's heavy.
Really do anything. That's much too thin. Yes. And the paper pad on the end there, Becky, with the. That
is a 180.
180.
Yeah.
So that's sort of weight for an envelope, okay. Because you still get that sort of rigidity when it's made and put together. So yeah. And actually, I mean, if you wanted to, you could even make cardstock a bit thicker. So I'm going from my my darkest colour here to do my. I'm just going to do a little bit of colouring. I do have a finished one, but it's one does. And again, coming in to use them on the edges with that. So if I move that one up, just come in with that dark. And it takes a long time to actually colour it all in the end. I've made a mess really there, but I am going to bring in, because there's so much I want to show you in the show. It's amazing, isn't it? It really does come together, and I promise you, keep going with that colouring in and you'll get that beautiful design. Then we've got our piece here that we've done. So all I'm going to do is stick this piece. My side pieces will sit beautifully. Tape will work lovely. So I'm just going to bring that one. Yeah. Idea. You could use your small little and like hang them. Could
with multicoloured card leaves, multicoloured leaves in.
Actually, when you've got a tree like this, all seasons.
Yeah, yeah.
And you could make a little apple dye.
Yeah, make.
Good. So Okay, just like so. To place. So I am doing it, so so this is how I've done the card to and up there. And then on this side, we're just going to bend that in and do exactly the same. And that one coming in on the opposite.
How fast you've created such a lovely project.
Bless you. Well, which is good. So
Yeah.
it would have took a bit longer. Sort of swing of it and colouring it in. It does come together quite quickly. We're going to stick this one over. Use my tape pen just to go around the edges. Down there. Oh, and actually, have it. There it is. I knew I had one. Another frame. So this is from the paper. White edge.
Okay.
So we're going to stick that one on as well. So I'm going to come in round the edges. And then straight down. And then stick this one in place. We'll go straight over that piece that we've took off. Really well. And just this one will go over the top. So you just see it.
Yeah, it looks much better just having that tiny bit of colour.
So we've got that central. So just make sure you go down either with your finger or use your scoring tool. So that's all the way around, and then I've also got some side panels.
So great.
Lovely, lovely idea.
Wouldn't it be lovely to have a forest like that? Part of your estate.
There's a point. How big are your gardens? 2 acres. And yeah, it was a lot. It was like a field.
Yeah.
To actually work to cut the lawn. Light up lane. I think this is a beautiful die. One is I've cut it out and cardstock, because what happens when you cut it out, these little pieces. So all I've done, if I bring, it looks like we've got little lanterns at the end over the tops to secure them in, and then one of the sentiments, and we're going to pop this onto black cardstock, just like so, and then we will pop that onto the top. Pop that a bit of a jaunty angle to place. So just bringing in all that detail and just tying in, and I've just done it in a little bit of black because it just ties it all then in, and we're going to pop our lamp post. Nice, and see our image on the inside.
That's great.
There we go.
Lovely, like that a lot. That's really, really nice. So this is your Country Lane collection. So you've got all those different dies, embossing folders, papers, embellishments, so much. You'll be able to see all the details of exactly what's included in that collection on the website. But the price is £93.90 or £116.50. Absolutely gorgeous. Now we do have the Weekend Super Saver, which is a great deal because it's buy one and get one free. So these are so you've got in here, this first one is your interchangeable scene dies. And actually, if you've been inspired by that demonstration, this would be a great you need in here to, to create these. So you're going to be getting your dies, your stamps, card blanks, envelopes, card pack, and also printed papers. But you'll also be getting this one, which is your pop-up characters, which has got those gorgeous little teddies, bears and rabbits in there. Again, you'll be getting everything, papers, card blanks, all those sorts of things. These are normally £24.99. Definitely worth doing. If you want thinking about gifts coming up for Christmas, this is going to be something that's worth doing. We're going to take a little bit of a break, so check out your baskets and we'll see you in just a moment.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club.
So special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special, 100%, it's the interaction. No other crafting TV has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
A massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love
at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us, I mean everybody, we have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Enjoy watching those little videos, finding out a little bit more about us. I always find that there's something in there that I didn't know about somebody I've been working with. Have a winner for the 3rd anniversary giveaway, and we're going to go wall. And we get to choose the prizes, don't we?
I get to choose a prize and get to give it away. Boyd, if you are out there listening, you've won a prize, and I feel like I'm under real pressure to pick one of these prizes, but actually I don't think it matters, Becky. Actually makes it really hard for me to choose, and being a true crafter, I want it all, and I would want to choose for myself. So I am going to choose for you, Regina, the gift voucher.
Hey.
So you can choose what you want. You might choose one of these, you might choose something else, but at least you get to choose. So I think that's the fairest way that I could do it, because I just couldn't choose. So here's a £30 gift voucher coming to you. What do we have to do, Becky?
Just needs to, Regina, if you can just email in prizes@crafterscompanion.com, then somebody will. And do remember that this third anniversary this extravaganza, this giveaway that we're doing, is going to continue tomorrow as well. So do make sure that you tune in for all the other shows that we've got on. Show. This one is really gorgeous. So this is your watercolor Christmas selection. These are absolutely beautiful, and I think I might have to just pop these into my bag before I leave. These selection. They are absolutely gorgeous. So you can see all those different designs we've got there. This is your joyful wishes with that little banner and those, I always call them Bambis, don't you? Those little things. Then we've got
little things.
Those little things. Then we've also got these embossing folders. So I'm hoping you can see these are so beautiful, and actually I think these look really effective in that kind of blue and black, really. And you've got some more here too. I'm just hoping you can get you can just sort of see that kind of shimmer. Got a selection of different dies in here, so lots of different trees. You've got some of these die cut toppers as well, and then there's very kind of your statement snowflake. So this is in 2 halves, but you can put you can sort of cut. Then finally you've got this build a snowman die and stamp set with that little snowman, which is really cute. So this is £22.90. This is a 65% saving, so this is well worth popping into your basket today. The next thing we're going to go on to, what are you demonstrating next, Debbie?
It is this
one.
Make myself, because, and actually we will address this, Becky, as well. Some of my demos. Now, with Sara's signature collections, just in case you're new to us, when Sara brings out one of her collections, it has everything in it. Together and doing these ranges, because she really struggled as a crafter, being able to grab all these bits and pieces. Went with what embossing folders, what paper pads would go with that colour tone. So she come up with Sara's signature collections. Now, as time goes on, we then get to the point where bits and pieces, where people cherry pick. So some people think, oh, it's quite rare. We've only ever done it once, to my knowledge, got another Sara signature collection in, and that was a Christmas collection that we did quite a few years ago, and it's the only time Sara's ever said, okay, just this once. So it may happen again, but it's very, very rare that it would happen, and it means that we get down to the minimal pieces. Got really nice pieces that are left in this collection, and then we can do it at such great prices, which make a massive set. But that stamp set's gone, so I want to use the stamp set that's in this collection. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to pop my magnets onto here. Just cut a little tab there, so I was going to put we can do that both at the same time. Go. So I'm going to use this little joyful wishes, and I'm going to pop that for our card. And I've also got this gorgeous little bunny.
Yes.
sort of taste to this collection, hasn't it?
It has, and I think really lends itself to cards for kids, doesn't it? These kind of images.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally. So got that really beautiful sentiment, and I love that because it really does have just really quirky little sentiments and images that you can colour in, which won't take long. I've missed the J on the joyous, so let's just ink that again.
That's the benefit of having a stamping platform.
Straight back in those pieces that we missed on his ear, and then we can get, I've still missed it. Why have I not caught his ear? Ink on his ear. Let's go right up here. There we go. And then we will get down. Third time lucky or fourth time lucky. Get his ear. Yeah, we've got his ear. That's fine. That's fine. We can deal with that. So let's pop them to the side, and then just going to bring in. I just have my guillotine to hand, didn't I? So let's just trim that sentiment out. Pop that right there. So we can use that bit to colour onto, and then drop the sentiment.
That is a gorgeous looking little bunny there, isn't it? What's he holding? Is he holding a present?
Yeah, he is holding a present, yes, I think so.
I'm glad to know he didn't turn up at the party without a gift.
It would be rude, wouldn't it?
It would be very rude.
A bit of colour in, we use that for our sentiment. So first of all, I'm just going to go in with that lightest colour right down his and then we're just going to come in with our next colour, go under his chin, come down his hands, so just wherever under here. And we're doing this quite quickly. And then we're going to go in with our darkest colour, and I'm going to just sort of come here on his ears, just across his head there. And then we can come down just a little bit more under his chin. And it's just a case of adding that shading in where you think it's needed.
Life, doesn't it? Once you start colouring.
Absolutely. And they really are that sort of very pretty. Oh, I've done his ears the wrong way. I thought that looked weird. I was thinking to myself, how come outside, and that should be the inside, so that's me not doing very well. Now let's just bring in a nice colour of blue, and we'll just pop.
These would be a good starting point, wouldn't they?
Absolutely perfect, yeah. And what they're good for as well, Becky, is doing that that sort of extra for kids to colour in, because it's not too intimidating for them.
Yeah.
So it's just give them a little.
You know, you have to send a Christmas card to everyone in the whole class, don't you? And even the kids are complaining about how many times they've got to write their name. But actually, stamping these children, that would be a great way of keeping them occupied in the coming half term, I suppose.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And when you think, I mean, the next one, I think we have, because the kids are all sort of back, to start your Christmas crafting with the kids. And you could stamp lots of these out. They could create lots of their own. Now, this is just a stamp set, but I'm just fussy cutting, so I don't need to worry. The whole idea of fussy cutting is to get that sort of look, and I quite like it. I really don't think it matters. It's just a really nice way to be able to sort of cut those images out and make them look quite good quite quickly. Now, what I have got is I have took some ourselves a little box. Now the measurements, let me give you the measurements of my box. I've done it 8 by 8 and I've scored in at 2 inches on this one for my box side, and then the other one I've done 2 inches for on the box, my box lid scoreboard to pop all those into place. And so we're just going to do this quite quickly. Let me just find my tape pen. I've got a feeling we might be run out of normal tape pens. We've got any back in stock yet, but I'm hoping, because we only seem to have dotty tape pens in the studio at the moment.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
So we're only using them.
There is one ordinary tape pen which I just saw was sort of hidden at the back of the dresser.
Oh.
And I think that, you know, that's a secret squirrel hideaway for when you need
how
one
did you
that's not-
find that? That's funny. You didn't tell me, Becky. Was you using
It's just
it?
over.
I bet someone did hide that there then. Yeah.
This is a bit like when you go to a shop and you see something you really like, but you're not really.
Not the only one that does that. Yeah, I've done that many times. Like the only size left is your size.
Yeah.
You're not quite sure if you want it. Hide that amongst. I've even, so this is a bit naughty, but I've even hung it so it's not on the rail. I've hung it on the clothes, on the last one on the rail behind, like caught it onto the back of that.
Oh, cheeky.
I know, because then people can't see it.
Yeah.
Because actually that doesn't work. If people look through the rail looking for their size, they still see it at the back, the bottom of the rail. So, but don't tell anyone I told you that.
No, keep it a secret.
But it works. Went back and it's there.
But I suspect that's what somebody's done with that tape pen. They're so disappointed when they come in.
Well, but I would recommend getting your normal ones. I have been told they are coming back in stock very soon, so I'm hoping they're not far away.
I'm sure they're not. And a tape, couldn't you, if you didn't have any of the tape pens or some wet?
For us just demonstrating, it just makes it a lot quicker just to be able to put that tape pen on straight away. So just lining that all up. So gives us our box. And then we're going to do a little bit more to decorate. So let me bring in, have I got them here? I've got my trees. So I love this set because I think this doesn't just have to go with a set. This is brilliant for just so many different pieces. They're very Scandinavian, but got a quirkiness about them, haven't they?
Yeah.
I also love these. Now, these are little strip embossing folders. It was one of the first times that Sara's put ones like this in this collection, and they're great ones to use. So I've just got some little panels which I've cut to the size of my box. So just for the ends of my box here, I've done them. I'll tell you the measurements: 4 by 1 1/4 inches, and I've just created them. So we're going to emboss one of them through with this snowflake, because they are beautiful. We're going to cut out, just going to check where so that's my raised side, so we're going to pop that big snowflake in the centre.
So it's the same colour card stock as you're using for the actual top as well?
Yes, I don't think we've got any of the card stock left now. It did come with a collection, but actually we do so many now, you'll probably find that type of colour in lots of different card stocks that we do. And then we're going to cut some of our Christmas trees out. So I've just got some scrap pieces of cards so we can use those. I'm going to cut that one onto there. Then we've got some other ones here which we can cut out of our mirror cardstock. Don't think I've allowed enough space. Let's have a glitter one. So we've got our glitter one there, and then and then actually let's have a little star. Let's cut a few of the stars and then we can decide which ones we like the best. So pop those all onto there. Just going to use some tape to hold those down.
Tess said the shading, and Anne-Marie said, I love the bunny. My granddaughter can make her The price, you know, you're getting all of those different things in there. There's lots of for Christmas, but why not?
I think because of the whole essence of the range and how it was. There's little deers on there, we had foxes in there. It was all about sort of the wood. I think that's
that one Christmas there was a John Lewis advert, wasn't there, with all of the woodland animals and the bear had gone to sleep. Because the bear always missed Christmas because he was hibernating,
yes.
and they woke him up, and it was all that kind of thing.
Yes,
Fisher
that
cried,
was the advert
isn't
that
it?
really made me cry. Yes, I remember that.
That's lovely, and I think that, you know, it really lends itself. It's a beautiful collection.
Yeah, it's very. Collection selling out is, you know, it's nice sometimes just to have these smaller collections if you haven't grabbed it beforehand, especially if you're a beginner crafter, because it has all those little elements that you would need, or any crafting, as it's a signature collection. So my dies are a little bit sticky. They've got the, take those ones out. So look at this. I mean, now this die, let me just say, you've got these extra pieces. See all the little holes?
Yeah.
These are embossed detail. So if you was to pop them back through with your beautiful embossed detail on there. But I'm not too worried about doing that now. We're just going to get a folder as well. Let's take those bits there all off of there. So we've got all our stars and our little rabbit. And then we can start decorating our. Don't lose any of these pieces. Throw that away. Just your embossed detail. You've got then those borders, and I really like having borders that you can then. The same colour as the box. So I've got all my pieces here that I've already done. Got some there. And we're going to stick these around the edges. So I've done them so they just, there we go, that way round. So can you see, it just makes those edges. Lovely. A sort of double embossed detail around that edge. So let's just stick these around first.
It's like looking at a piece of pottery, you know, especially that colour. It looks like that Wedgwood kind of colour.
Yes.
It's like a sort of china box with all of those sort of mouldings around the outside. It's lovely.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we'll just stick these around, just making sure we get the right way. Yep, that way.
Urana says, I've just purchased the Country Lane collection. Well done.
Oh, you
Brilliant.
will love it. You will absolutely love it. That is a great collection to go for.
There's so much in it.
There is so much in it. Yeah, absolutely.
The table wasn't big enough.
It's a really pretty collection. Got the paper pad, isn't it? The paper pad, so I didn't want to say just in case we didn't have it, but the and I've said it before and I make no bones about it, so Country Lane is my favourite paper pad of the year.
Is it?
Yes, I love it. I absolutely just, I just love everything about it. The colour tone together is just beautiful. I absolutely put those on the sides. What I've also done, and you can do it because we have the amazing guillotine. So this is just our regular mirror card from our luxury card. Then what you can do, you can add these to edge that box. So you're turning a relatively sort of special. And all I'm going to do this one is I'm just going to bring in a bit of card. We're going to use that dotty tape, bring that along, and I'm going to like so, because all I'm going to do is edge that box. And also, if your card's not very straight, you can make that straight by popping that on that edge. Then we're going to trim that one round. That round, just rub that down. Same with, I've got another strip here.
It's so effective.
Plain box into something really special. These are the sort of bespoke boxes you would then start to find like at local garden centres and in really, really pretty. Again, just all the way round. So really lovely design.
Yeah, I've forgotten that you've got all those things that you've made to go on top of it.
And we've not even done that yet. So you can see, so we've got that beautiful little box now that's rimmed with all that nice edging. Looks very special,
Lovely.
doesn't it now?
Yeah, really.
So I am going to grab my foam pads and we'll just foam.
Terry Anderson says, I love this collection, and today it's Panda Craft's birthday, so happy birthday.
Oh, very happy birthday, Panda Crafts. I wish I could remember your name, Panda Crafts, because we did our...
Amanda.
Oh, Amanda.
Amanda
It
Panda.
is Amanda Panda, yes, of course. Ah, well remembered, Jamie.
Happy birthday. I hope you're having a nice time. I hope you're enjoying yourself. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
It's always about the cake for me. And BJ Clark says, Debbie, your hair looks beautiful today. All the comments about your hair, you've got to have...
And thank you so much. I'm not very good. I mean, I have 2 daughters and I'm still no good with hair. I've just never been that way. And I wish I... It just feels a bit of a faff sometimes. Yeah, I do quite like it curly, but I think this was perhaps just a little bit too curly. So we're going to sit our rabbit right in the... There it is, right in front of me. So, and let's use, I'm going to just use an ink dauber actually, because there'll be ink still on one of those. So let's use one that's got a nice sort of blue on there. Yeah, there's always ink still on the daubers. We're just going to... or mirror card just to edge that, and then we're going to pop that on the top, so just like so. So keeping it, cut a couple of these stars out. Let's add one to the top like that. Let's put one on that tree. And then we'll put this one just inside.
Oh, it sounds like Christmas over here.
I know, I love the sound of those bells. And there we go. So there's our little beautifully decorated box with our gorgeous edges on there.
Lovely, absolutely beautiful. I love that little box. So this is your watercolor Christmas selection. So you can see you've got all sorts of different characters in there, lots of sort of woodland characters. This one is your Winter Wonderland. Then you've got Joyful Wishes, which has got that little bunny in there, and baby Bambis. No, that's what they're called, but that's what I call them. Baby Bambis. Again with a little rabbit. Look at that.
Oh, that's why there's a rabbit thumper.
That's lovely. Looking up, gazing at the baubles. These are the embossing edges, which are really, really stunning. So you've got 2 sets of those. This is the elegant.
Elephant bookends.
I know. Who knows what that is. This is your quirky Christmas trees, and they are really beautiful. And I can see what you mean by them looking quite Scandinavian. They really are going to be something you can be able to. Cards that you might be making. These are your 3D toppers. Again, with those sort of woodland creatures, but in those kind of muted tones. Then you've got the snowflake die here. And then finally, you've got this build a snowman. So you've got the die and the stamp in order to create your little snowman there. So the price is $27.94. Now, I won't do that too hard. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas collection, and this is really gorgeous. So this is what sort of more of your kind of traditional collection. You're going to be getting this embossing folder here with all those musical notes. I do hope maybe one of the viewers can tell us what Christmas carol that is saying. Is it? I don't think it is. I don't know. Someone will tell us. Then we have the traditional window. So this is a cut and emboss folder, which is really beautiful too. Different dies in there to make all sorts of different flowers and embellishments here. You've got your decorative frame here with all those sort of embellishments, those sort of dies. We've also got this stamp collection. This is your Happy Christmas to All. This one is your Stockings by the Fire, very sort of traditional. Christmas Eve, very Victorian, children looking out of the window, you know, very Charles Dickens feel to that one. Then we've got St Nicholas, and I love, I think we've got some other sort of stamp and die sets where you've got the Santa on his sleigh over the top, which I always think looks really beautiful. Then we've got Build a Stocking, so similar to that Build a Snowman kind of die that you had on the previous one. So this is a stamp and die set. And then finally you've got Build a Sleigh, again the same kind of sort of situation. Other sort of dies here. So this is like a foresty kind of die that you've got here, forest sort of edge. This one's sort of got musical notes and more of a kind of flourish. Or are they separate? I'm not entirely. We'll just check if these are separate. This is all part of the same thing. So these are your Christmassy bells that you've got in here. You've also got some berries in here, sort of frosted berries as well as red and gold ones, and some. So I'll show you what those berries and those other sort of decorations look like. So great for embellishing all of your Christmas gifts, Christmas cards, maybe your home. Or $48.53. Now this is the best. Platinum price is £34.38 or $38. It's got jingle bells on it now, Debbie. Yay!
I was laughing when I was shaking them. Right, so let's use a few things. It's absolutely beautiful. It's one of those that you can use for so many different things. So this one is the decorative frame. Now the decorative frame itself, it comes fully cut out, and I'll show you. We'll cut the whole thing out. It doesn't cut oval die. This die in itself is going to go through so many different things, so you'll use this loads, especially for your toppers, but I'm going to use this to cut a separate piece out. I'm just going to create it onto this card, and then I've just got a little bit of red mirror card as well. So let's grab our boards and cut these pieces out. So it's so we can fit it all on. There we go, and then our little bow. So pop that all into place. Now they're thin metal dies, so they're cut through any sort of cardstock material. If you've got just a rounded die, like so your circle die, through sort of thin layers of material and denim and things with that one. Even like your aluminium cans, which is quite handy. Little bow die there, which is lovely. So that one's nice, and it puts all that detail into you. So that's an amazing little die to have. And bearing in mind, you have quite a few here. You have your pine cone or your little leaves and that, your poinsettia pieces out of the die. And then we can take that out. Oh, doesn't want to, oh, it looks like those pieces out. And I haven't got, out of all things, I haven't got a ready done one. So I am going to just pop that back through. hold that down.
And every machine's different, isn't it? You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
You might find that your own machine at home needs an extra.
Yes, definitely. And it's only a couple of little bits around the edges, which is strange. So I'm wondering if I put it too near the edges. So let's just pop that back through. Out. Right, now while that's running through, got our centerpiece here. So that's our little middle section. I've just used our... Oh, mustn't throw that dye away. Let's make sure we keep our dye.
Isn't it, to knock it onto the floor into the bin?
Themselves, don't they,
Yeah.
sometimes? So that's all our pieces cut out. So let's just release that from there. Perfectly that time. So look, I mean, that is a beautiful die, that one.
It really is.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. So what I've also done, I've created myself a little tag. So I've done a black card one, and then I've done this one on top as well. So I've just used these from papers in my stash, so you can use these whatever you've got, any Christmas papers, and I've kept them sort of with a little edge just around, and we're going to mat and layer these ones up. So again, let's...
Janet said it's a good time to get started with Christmas cards. I'm usually done now, but summer flew by too quickly. Miriam said it's another great collection at an awesome price. Love that these are still available in my cart along with a watercolor collection all year round. If anybody knows what the carol is, I'd like to know, just because I'm terribly nosy. I did sort of sing along to myself silently if I could work it out, but I can't. I also...
Are you good with music? Can you...
I can't read music. I can play the cello, but I can't read music. I have to play by ear.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit like, you know, I can't ride a bike, I can't read music, and I don't know my left from my right.
Isn't it funny how so many people cannot read music, but they can play a musical instrument?
I mean, I'm not very good, I have to be honest. You know,
Right, so the other thing I want to do, we want to stamp onto here, and one of the stamp sets, because there's not many stamps that have got some words in these ones now, but this one does have "'Twas the night before Christmas" actually wrote on here, so we're just going to use that. Let's pop that on there. I bet, isn't that, I wonder if it's, no, it's not a song, is it? "'Twas the night before," because that's not a whisper, not a mouse. That is it's a poem, isn't it?
I thought it might be ding. Yeah, that's oh, I can't remember.
Because and it reminded me because there's a little mouse on here, see, and then it's got "'Twas the night before Christmas."
But that's not a carol,
song, is it?
No. I don't know. I'm so. It was Clement Clark Moore was the author of that poem. 1823. Wow, I was quite young then.
A wheel girl. Right, so we're just going to ink this up. This is upside down because it doesn't matter. We're just stamping into the centre of an oval. So that, oh, let's just pop that one back in again. Before Christmas.
You do it?
Yeah, so I'm normally always with my girls.
Right.
So yeah, we have. So it's all about the grandkids, really, isn't it? For me, because we've got youngsters. So we've got Ruby, who's 7. We've got Ava, who's 3, and then this year my grandson's coming over from Mexico. So we've got Charlie, so he can see. And he has it in the heat.
Yeah.
So it's all very, very. twine as well, so we're going to pop that. Is there any twine in this collection?
There is. There's gold twine on
Brilliant.
this. Yep.
Fabulous. And all I'm going to do, so I want to put some tape onto the back here, only because so I can still tie it, and I'm just going to make sure that just goes onto that bit. Makes it a bit easier when you are tying it round. And then give that a tie. In fact, I'll tie that again. And then we can tie that one. I always give the girls a present Christmas Eve of pyjamas. It's always pyjamas, so they always have their new pyjamas. Have new pyjamas. Some people do a present, don't they, Christmas Eve?
I do exactly the same.
Oh, okay, yeah, we don't do presents. We and then my youngest daughter will go round to the back of the house when the kids don't know she's missing. We bath them, put them in their new pyjamas, and then there'll be a knock at the door. Been doing that since she was about 3, so this year Ava will go and do it with her.
Yeah.
And the elves leave their Christmas box.
Oh.
And it's the most magical thing every year. It's my most favourite thing about Christmas, because Ruby Santa, so she doesn't have to wait till morning, and it has new bedtime book in it. It has for like the magic key for Santa to get in, to feed the reindeers. It's just their names on, which have their hot milk in, and then Santa gets a new bottle to put his drink in every year. It's just the most magical thing that my daughter's done every yeir, and it's so lovely, and she just loves it. So Poppy has personalised their boxes, so they have their own personalised box with their names on, wooden boxes, so they come back every year, and then they tell them to put them under the tree the following year, and then when the decorations go up, and then they disappear at some point. So yeah, it's so lovely.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love you know, all the different traditions people have, and it's you know, it's a magical time. It's a magical time for adults as well, isn't it? Not just the kids.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh my goodness, I love. Yeah, it's just I love it so much. And so this year we'll be able to do it with Charlie.
Oh,
so he sounds awful, but Mexicans are quite they're quite religious. Yeah. So they have quite a religious Christmas. And I know lots of people do here, I think, just depending on your religion. Yeah. So but yeah, so he has quite a different sort of Christmas. But yeah, so it'd be lovely. Do you do anything that's quite traditional? And yeah, what you get up to. Yeah, my favourite thing when my kids, we used to have a stencil with Santa's boot print on it. So we used to put that down, so it looked like Santa walked his snow.
And it made the house smell nice as well.
And it definitely made the house smell nice, yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. Message because it is, I've just looked it up, it's 106 days till Christmas. Oh. It's going to come around quite quickly.
It will, yes.
No, it's lovely with the traditions, but we definitely have the same tradition of pyjamas in the evening. Christmas Eve.
This really sounds like Christmas, doesn't it? These bells are amazing. I love this collection. I think more than anything, get it for this collection of accessories. These are just brilliant. You get the bells, you get your little twiggy baubles. It's just a really lovely design to have. So all I've got is just some ribbon here, and we're going to pop that through just here. So let's pop that through onto, do is thread then those two pieces through the other side, so it creates that loop there, and then thread that through, and that creates our little tag.
Michelle Knits for You has asked, did you cut the tag out by
tag die. You can see mine's not very straight at all.
It's much smaller though, isn't it?
It is smaller, yes, it is smaller. So there are tag dies out there and I wanted a more larger one. I will give you the size. So all I did was cut my card to 6 inches by 4 inches, and then I've come in an inch. So measure an inch down, measure an inch across, and then just snip to each corner, and that will create your tag. And then when I do my papers, I literally do them by eye. I just hold those papers over the top and then do the same, just snip them round. So that creates our front piece, and then we're just going to use these to decorate. Because the twigs or the little baubles come on like bendy wire, it means we can literally just bend them to where we want them, pop them through, twist them, so we can sort of bend that on itself and twist them, so we've got our little jingles. Oh, and then this bit, before I, is the ribbon in? I don't know, no there isn't ribbon, so I'm not going to do that, but I'm just going to, you can use any ribbon, but what I liked about this ribbon, and a lot, you pull it all apart, all those bits feather at the top, but you don't need to do that, you can just put any ribbon on.
And I'm loving the festive sounds. That's really lovely. So this is your "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." So this is your a Christmas carol. I'm just gonna put it out there. I think it might. Leanne's in tomorrow. Let's ask Leanne. So you're going to be getting this, but of course you can use it not just for Christmas. It's not just for Christmas. You're getting this die here, so it's like an edgeable kind of die. You've got. You've also got some cut and emboss folders. So this is your traditional window here, which is really lovely. You make some beautiful cards for that. Different sort of shapes. You can create that big sort of poinsettia flower, but you can do, perhaps use them for creating like a Christmas floral wreath. You've got the decorative frame here, which is one you've just shown. You've also got this Happy Christmas to You sentiment stamps in here. Then you've got these other stamps. So this is Stockings by the Fire, which is really beautiful. These are sort of very traditional kind of imagery that you've got here. This one is Christmas Eve with those children looking out of the window. You've got sort of idea of those the sleeping city below where Santa's delivering the presents. And then you've also got these builder stocking die and stamp sets, which are really lovely, great fun, and build a sleigh. But on top of that, you'll also be getting the collection of the festive embellishments. Glorious colours, and also all of those berries, frosted berries and pine cones in there. 43. Lots of people have been messaging in about what they do at Christmas, but we'll come back to that when we return. We'll have a quick break, and then I'm going to read out what everyone else gets up to over Christmas.
My name's Craig Laird. I work at Crafters Companion. I am a craft expert where I get to play with lots of crafty goodies from Crafters Companion, and hopefully we're here to inspire you with lots of crafty things that you can do. So my crafting journey, that started many years ago, actually just over 20 years ago. I actually came across crafting on at the time, and I was just channel surfing, just having a look to see what was on TV, and then I came across who has now become my friend Dawn Bibby, and I thought, oh, quite like that bit of crafting that she's doing. I purchased some crafty goodies, and before you know it, here I am, all these years later, doing what I'm doing with Crafters Companion. Are actually very creative, so the creative side in me has actually just progressed naturally. As I have progressed industry, and they're the ones that inspire me. Then coming to Crafters Companion, they make. I am a huge advocate for social media because you get to see lots of things that everyone makes at home, and that does inspire me as well. Many years ago, before I started here at Crafters Companion, believe it or not, I didn't have a lot of confidence. I didn't go out a lot, I didn't much confidence, self-belief. My biggest crafting success, I'm going to have to pick two. One of them is appearing on HSN America. I was really lucky a couple of years ago to actually go to Florida with Sara to see how it all works behind the scenes. An incredible juggernaut that they shop on TV is at HSN. I'll never ever forget when all of you incredible crafters at home voted enough for me to be in the running of the 2021 Male Craft Personality of the Year. Was such a humbling feeling. I was so proud. I looked like incredible. For me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers, and the support that I get. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise, but if you just want that interaction, you just want to have that chat away about anything random in life, onto social media, onto support, you're going to get that understanding when it comes to the crafters at home.
Hello everybody, welcome back. That was all about Craig, and of course Craig's going to be in tomorrow. You get your full dose of Craig this week, because obviously we've been without him for quite a few weeks. So we're going to go straight over to the vote of the show, demo of the show. You've made loads of beautiful things, as always. Don't put my glasses in the demo of the show.
They're very nice glasses though, Becky, so I think they could win.
Bit of glittery, bit of glitter that you've got there.
Right, that one's slippy because of the mat. So number 1 was our first dancing dragon. Number 3 was our watercolour Christmas, and number 4 was our 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Now we have got one more demo in, but I won't put it in the vote. We'll just stick with these 4, get that vote underway, and then we'll do another demo before the end of the show.
Lovely, that's brilliant. We've had loads of people messaging in, so I'm just going to quickly a few people saying what they do at Christmas. So Annie says, my brother and I stayed up all night playing Cat's Cradle, unable to sleep, listening to presents being placed under the tree. By whom?
Oh my goodness, Cat's Cradle.
Yeah. I only do like 3 things before I'm in a tied up.
That's amazing.
Mary Pat said, it's so much fun.
Yes.
I complete that is what I think a lot of people do. Celtic Flower says, I used to make a plan to sneak downstairs and catch Santa in the act. Even made sure to check the squeaky stairs so he wouldn't hear us, but always fell asleep before we could. Lots of people saying pyjamas. Annie said, I used to go and cut down a Christmas tree when I was little. I was really disappointed I never can't imagine a small child with an axe would be a very sensible option. But 106 days, and I don't mean to frighten anybody, but it'll. Dancing dragonflies. So we've got the dancing dragonfly selection here. So we've got a mixture of all sorts of different things in this collection. You've got dies, you've got embossing folders, you've got embossed. Like iridescent cardstock in there. You've got paper pads, you've got vellum in there. So many. And this is £95. Worth having a look and popping into your basket. And you're going to do your next demo on dancing dragonflies, aren't you?
Yes, I was just looking. Oh, there it is. Do you know what? I was trying to get really organised, and I put it back right. I want to, this is the one I want to find, the water lily frame, but also there's some really nice stamp and die sets in here as well, so I'm going to bring those ones in as well. You've got your sort of water lily flower and your water lily leaves, so a great one to have. It's really beautiful. Lots you can do with this. I think your paper piecing really springs to mind. I think that's a really beautiful one, it's a paper piece. I also love the idea of, if you love doing your watercolours, to do your watercolouring, or even colour a piece of card with your inks in there. And background with it. I think I'd die cut it out, which would be beautiful, paper piece it back in. So there's lots of different elements that you can do with that. I'm just going to bring in my bigger folder, my bigger Gemini plates, pop that onto there and die cut that one out. One's through. Now I'm going to use the, in this one you do get, these are the little back, so I use one of the little dragonflies in the first demo, and then you do get a bigger dragonfly which is smaller than the other big dragonfly in this collection. Okay. So I love this because I feel like you get a lot of different varieties of dragonflies in here. So let's take that one out. You can see, let me just tap all those pieces. Oh, making real confetti there. But it's so, so beautiful. Cut like a dream. So let me just bring in a piece of card. That is lovely, isn't it? It's so ornate, so beautiful. I think it's got real snippability. If you was to just cut these pieces out here and along here, you could create really pretty corners as well for it. I think it's great for a photo frame. It's great for paper piecing, like I said. Just one or two of the flowers or the leaves in it would look beautiful paper piece, and also it has that it's great for scrapbooking, so if you want to use it for those sort of photographs, then you can do that. So let me just clear up all my confetti pieces. I've really made a mess here, look. To everyone's dismay, I'm sure.
He's coming in now. He's walking through the door armed with a broom.
Right, the other thing I want to do is I want to cut it out again. Now, I've bought in this paper and use fuchsia. Now, this is what we call our resist paper pad. It is absolutely this in the works that it's got this shiny coating on it. So if I just bring a little bit more of the pink, you'll be able to sort of see that a little bit better. So, and it actually, if I even go into it, because we're going to cut this away. Now this is in that card pack, you get different designs on it. It's just a beautiful design and something a little bit different. It's just nice to have that sort of texture, but also that gorgeous resist detail. So can you see, if we move that, you can still see that, look at that corner there. Absolutely stunning, but you can do this in whatever colour you want to with your ink pads. So let's pop that to the side, and then I'm going to cut that out again. So I will show you, I don't need to cut it because I've already done one, but you're just going to put that die alongside there, and we're going to cut it out there again. Get it the right way, and then you'll see that I've done that. Nope, that way. Nope, that way. Had to be the last one.
Absolutely.
So just die cut that one out. I've then got the piece that we cut out, and we've also got, I've cut it out of white as well. Well, in fact, that's the middle piece that I've cut out of here. Okay. So we can paper piece that back in. I just wanted to, look how pretty that is. Look, just pop back in there. Looks so lovely, doesn't it? Yeah, I quite like it, just the white. I wasn't going to leave it white. I was going to pop the red over the top, but I was telling you about in here are just exquisite. I mean, I don't think there's another word for it. These as well is they're uncoated, so you can stamp onto these, you can use your stencils through these and stencil through the top and add added detail. You can also use them to heat emboss and then foil on top of them. You can add spot foiling onto your papers. So there's lots of different things that you can do for them. So I've created quite a large card, and we're going to pop this in the background. So let's just run that round. And you can see I've been quite frugal. My piece that I cut out for this die, I just used that square. Extend the life of your papers and be a bit more frugal with them so you don't waste any of that centre point. Whether you want open front or top front, I'm just going to have it opened as a regular card. So pop that right there. And then what we want to do, I'm going going to be using my foam, let's just bring this one in. So the first thing we want to do though is to create our little bit of acetate onto the back. So I'm going to just go across here, down the sides, right around. Remember, you don't see none of this, so we can put that on the top. So that covers complete. So just go round and really burnish in those dots or your tape or whatever you put on there, just to make sure that really grabs, because the last thing you want is for your shaker card to we're going to use our foam on a roll. Oh, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll. Hey! Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Becky. Jo won't sing it anymore. Jo won't sing it anymore.
It's always nice to have a little bit of a sing-song.
There's the other one, but I just never remember. It's the foam on a roll. Do 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 do. Foam on a roll. Do 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 do. Foam on a roll. Do 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 do. Foam on a roll. Oh my goodness! I think I actually did it. I think that's the first time I've ever done it. Directly onto our card. So this is going to be the piece that goes over the top. Just take. All I want to make sure, before we pop that on, I'm going to just check where it goes that way, I think. Yes, there we go. We're going to put this into place. So let's just bring that in, use our dotty tape pen. So going around all that intricate detail. That's going to stick beautifully to our acetate and really decorate around that side. So take that one off. Oh, that's not the right way, is it? It's that way. No.
Is it going to be the last way? No.
Oh my goodness. At least you know it's going to fit. It's not like it's something like the never fitting puzzle piece. It will fit in. So, and then I'm going to turn it over and then we're going to burnish it down.
Okay. So
that way you don't peel any bits up if it's not gone completely. I'm really into the acetate. So all the way round. Now you could use a little anti-static bag if you wanted to, but I'm using some sequins and pink and red sequins that just match, so I'm sure you'll have plenty in your stash. We also do a find them there. So we're just going to pop that straight into the centre, just like so, and then we're just going to just spread these out. Because I normally always take this off first, otherwise I knock my card, my sequins go everywhere, but I'm not going to do it. I'm determined. I'm going to be very good. So take those pieces off. Oh, last piece. Top of that one. So I'm just going to centralise it to our actual card. So that needs to go up a little bit more, just like so. Pop that down, and I'm just making sure go all around those edges so nothing comes out. So that creates our shaker element there.
Lovely.
And then all I've done, so I know we're fast running out of time, so I've got some extra little pieces. Oh, I've stuck to my sticky tape. So I've already cut some of these. So I'm going to use, actually, have we got...
No, the water lily.
They are, yes,
stamp and die set.
yes, the water lily. So I was hoping we had some a 3D glue gel, but we don't. So I'm just going to pop these onto foam pads, just to give some definition. I think I'm going to leave that as the white one. I'll show you both because I've got my finish card with the pink over the top, and that's all. Pop that one down there, like so. And then I forgot my leaves. There we go. We've got our little lily pad, so we can just pop that underneath.
I do making a shaker card with this collection last week. Some of the paper and I had to put it to one side. Have a little bit, have a chocolate biscuit, and then I'll come back to it.
Sentiment to put on, but I'm just going to finish there, show you that one. Now this one, I've just put that bright pink one with the centerpiece. But actually, I quite like both. Both of them look quite nice, don't they?
They absolutely
and there
do.
We go.
Really lovely. That's brilliant. So this is your dancing dragonfly. Things in here. You've got paper, got your 12 by 12 paper pad. You've got your vellum. You've also got the this is the luxury foiled card pad, which I thought I'd just flip. Hopefully you can see it, but you've got beautiful sort of design. Got those lovely kind of colours, almost like an iridescent colour, which work really, really well if you're going to be inking on that. So you have different patterns in there. But you'll also be getting all of those dies, your stamps, embossing folders, and all of those embellishments in there. So it's a huge collection. This is £95.52 or £119. We do have a winner of demo of the show, and it is number one.
Number one.
Number one.
Oh,
congratulations.
There we go. Number one. Thank you very much.
We've got prizes to give away. So we have a winner, and that's Suzanne Dawn. The Spectrum Noir pens. Oh, that is going to be my one for today.
Like that.
So congratulations. You just need to email in at prizes@crafters. Wait, it's too far away, the screen. But just message in and we'll be able to arrange for that to come out to you. So I think we're pretty much... Totally Tiffany later on. We've got that at 6 o'clock. So do join us. We've got obviously, we've got our 3rd anniversary celebrations, so it's double points. If you spend £10, you'll get a free die popped into your bag. And if anyone that does win, they win an opportunity to do a craft along with Craig. But do watch the next show. Anyone that messages in, again, we'll be doing a prize. Comments, and we'll be giving you another one of these gifts. So enjoy the rest of your afternoon and join us back at 6 o'clock.